Is it worth it to do a webcomic? There's two options, I think. Maybe there's more. One, you can do a long-form story like a graphic novel or an ongoing thing where each page is dependent on people reading the whole thing to get it. Or you can do like the Gag-A-Day, unrelated strips. Maybe they have consistent characters, but they're easily shareable. So every one image is a complete thought, joke, punchline, whatever. Those will get shared a lot faster than a long story will. So over the years of doing William the Last, what I've noticed and people have told me is even the diehard fans will wait until I put up a batch of pages. So if I'm doing a page a week, 2 pages a week, they'll still wait until there's a month, 2 months worth of stuff to read it, because they don't want the drip, drip, drip of something they like. They want the splash of something they like and then wait for the next splash. So if you're going to do your story and you're going to do a long form story, it's going to be a much slower process of building up an audience. Individual images from a story that require context to get are not shareable. It doesn't mean it's not worth it. It just means you need to temper your expectations and be aware of that. You need to be aware of what you're doing. So don't be discouraged when you don't get any readers, and you won't at first. I don't care how, unless you have something go viral, and having something go viral should never be your goal. That's lightning in a bottle. Don't worry about it. Do something that you're passionate about, that a story that you want to tell. Tell the story and be aware, if I tell this story, it's going to be a little bit longer till I build up an audience. It's going to be a long-term thing. If I'm just trying to do a short thing to build up an audience, I need to make sure that images are shareable easily and can have little self-contained thoughts. But if your goal is to build up an audience slowly and then have the book in print through Kickstarter or finding a publisher or whatever, that's going to be a longer-term process than the shorter things. So ultimately, is a webcomic worth it? I think yes, from a promotion business standpoint it is, from a creative standpoint it is. You just need to be aware that everybody's got a webcomic and there's a lot of noise out there. Sharing and posting things and getting stuff published across the entire world has never been easier, but it's also never been harder to cut through the noise. You're not out there to make everybody a fan of your work. They're out there to find your fans, and they'll find you eventually. Be willing to do a lot of work and have nobody click on it for a while. That's not necessarily a reflection on your work. It's just that there's a lot of stuff out there and people are bombarded with different entities and things vying for their attention. So even if your comic sucks, it's still worth doing it, because you're not going to move past doing crappy work without doing crappy work. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, like and share, all that good stuff. It does help, and I will see you tomorrow.